Hi, my name is Eugenie. I'm a real estate broker in Orange County.
Hi, this is Allison. I'm her youngest sister and I'm also a real estate agent.
Hi, my name is Nina and I'm the assistant for both Allison and Eugenie.
This day we're going to talking about that you guys try to remove the cemetery. So when do you guys get the notice cemetery will setting on a great park? And how did you know that?
When we purchased our homes in 2016, there was a discussion that there will be a cemetery in a location named Strawberry Field, which is still in Irvine, but far away from the homes. And most of the early stages of the Great Park were sold, knowing that the cemetery will be in the location named Strawberry Field at the time. A couple of years later, there was an initiative named Initiative B, which was very confusing for a lot of residents in Irvine because the legal language written to pass the resolution that went for a vote was not clear enough for the voter nor the residents to identify what they wanted. And in that initiative, they actually wanted to move the cemetery from the Strawberry Field back to the Arda site, which is in the heart of the Great Park. It's literally in the backyard of people next to their schools, playgrounds, and it was an area that is not suitable.
当你知道这个消息的时候，你第一时间的想法是什么？
我当时其实我是一个经纪师，那我一直在周围的话是对大公园是非常熟悉，而且我也是这里的业主。当时的时候发生这个事情的时候，其实我是非常清楚的，这个事情意味着什么。首先是第一个是大部分的亚裔，包括我们越南人、中国人，还有很多就是印度人，他们不愿意住在墓地的旁边，所以明显是第一反应是我看到就是说我作为一个经纪人，我要跟我客人就跟他讲这个事实，就是说有可能这里会有个墓地。那这个情况下呢，很多客人会说我不要买了，我怕我在买了之后呢，我虽然说这个大公园很好，但是我怕将来我这个房子的价值会受影响，这是第一个反应。第二个是因为我是不断的是在周围看到大家都是为这个事情而受到焦虑的时候，我开始觉得我是不是应该做点什么。
那你最一开始先做了什么？
我最开始的时候就是因为那个像 Nina 说的有一个 Measure B 呢是有一个利益群体，他们是到处去拉票，然后去通过进信件的方式去做广告，然后呢把很多人都混乱了，就不知道说到底这个 Measure B 是要墓地在大公园呢还是不要。所以因为那时候他们拉了大概有3万多票，所以那时候开始呢，他们就把这个墓地呢从大公园从那个湾的草莓地又移回了我们这个大公园这个 Other side。那这个 Other side 到底是什么呢？它就是因为我们大公园以前是40年前60年前它其实是一个军用基地，就 El Toro Marina Base 这种地方。那这地方呢大概有125公顷，这块地方呢是真正的是本来是5点公司这个开发商捐给城市里，说允许这个veterans 可以使用这块地来建墓地的。
This is about the military cemetery. So what do you think the most influence about this neighborhood, this community, about this military like a cemetery?
On top of housing pricing, what do you feel?
Yeah.
What's the impact?
What's the impact? The majority, we have to first say that everybody has the utmost respect to the people who serves in the military because they put their lives on the front line in order to protect our freedom, and we owe them all the respect and that they deserve, and we support them 100%. This issue is not an opposition to the military or to take away from the sacrifices that they have made, because without their sacrifice, neither of any of us would be able to speak freely and say we want this or we don't want that, or we will not be able to elect people who represent us. It is not about opposition to the military or taking away from their sacrifice. What it is about is that the cemetery, it is a regional cemetery, and the location for it would negatively impact both the residents and the military servicemen who needs a peaceful place to be buried in and for their family to come pay respect in a peaceful way. So it's not working for both sides, because when it was planned, there were no homes. Now that this became a very overcrowded neighborhood, it's no longer an area that is suitable. The impact of the cemetery, this is in this area, Irvine majority is from Asian background, and whether it's Asia like China, Korea, or even the Middle East, people have a strong belief that the burial places need to be peaceful so you can pay respect.
OK， so 这个问题问得非常好，这也是为什么我们开始在想说应该怎么去做的事情。首先是这个是公墓，也就是军人呢，真的是我们也是非常尊重的。我们并没有想说这个我们做这个事情是反对公墓、反对人类或者反对美国军人。那这个事情的话，开始我们想的时候，因为当时在10年前这个地方是没有房子的，当时而且周围也没有学校。那从那个时候开始呢，大家那你所有的 proposal 是 make sense。现在呢就不 make sense。第一个是周围的话有4个学校，离这个墓地很近。这个墓地周围的话大概有2万户人会受到影响，因为它这个枪伤每个都会有，就是每个军人他下葬的时候他会有个鸣枪，鸣枪每次大概是3到5次，也就是这个鸣枪呢会引起我们不知道就周围的学校到底孩子会知道这到底是一个枪杀案还是一个peaceful 的一个鸣枪，这样的话长期来讲对孩子来讲会出现一个大问题，因为大家都有持枪，在美国大家都知道的，这个是一个非常危险的事情。第二个是就是这个钢丝路就周围的话，你每天都听到这个枪声，其实对我们的孩子，对我们老人家其实都有一种严重的一个威胁，就是安全威胁。所以这是第一个。第二是当时我们在建这个社区的时候，它是墓地的这个 proposal 呢，因为没有社区房子，没有什么，所以地下水资源等等也不会说有考虑这个问题。特别是这块地是125公顷，想象一下，这能占100年，所以说你可见这不是说一天就结束了。那它是每天的，而且呢，很多人是不住在这个尔湾的，那么这个路上都是很多 traffic 的，这都不断的来，而且是每一天的。那这可见以后在尔湾的这个交通方面是一个非常大的一个障碍。那这我们是考虑到是一个大方向，不仅是大公园，更是一个尔湾的一个开发跟以后的发展的一个规划啊，这是另外一个方面。那当然是这个事情我们想做的是一个非常就是 win-win solution， 就是两边都赢，那居民也赢，那军人也赢，这样的一个方法。所以我们想就是说大家是互供互利。
Okay, so as you say, for solving this problem, you need fighting with government, fighting with military. Sometimes you need fighting with your neighborhood. I know it is going to be really hard, right? Do you guys feel this is a hard job, or is this easy for you guys?
It was not easy at all. It was an uphill battle. And we did not want to be on the opposite side of any of these groups. The servicemen, the veterans, were offered the strawberry field, which is still part of the base. And it is an area of land that is beautiful. And it was accessible by major freeways. It would have been perfect. But some people, because they want to use the veterans to promote themselves to become in the politics, used the slogan, we're going to put you in Arda, vote for us, we're going to take you back to Arda. The statement that they used was that the strawberry field land was cheaper than the Arda. It's not about what's cheaper, what's more expensive. It's about what works better. And that piece of land later on was sold, and the Hope Cancer Center is already built over there. It is a beautiful facility, and it's now more expensive than the Arda. Had the initial step of taking the strawberry field been taken by the people at that time, the cemetery would have been built and everybody would have been happy. Some people wanted to create problems and they said no to the strawberry field, bring it back to the Arda. So we did not want to be on opposite sides of the veterans, and not all the veterans were in the same camp. Some veterans wanted the strawberry field, some veterans wanted the Arda, some veterans wanted somewhere else completely, not even in the city of Irvine. It was an uphill battle. We did not have a lot of support from any major entities. Everybody at that point was looking at their best interest, and the majority of the Great Park residents are immigrants. Some of them do not speak English very well, and some of them has not yet gained their right to vote. So we were basically thought of as the people who do not have the voice. And to organize and stand up and say, we are here, look at us, was a very difficult thing to do.
So you guys have been through a lot of difficult times. Mm-hmm. What is the most impressive difficult time for you, Nina?
At one point, as a way to keep everybody happy, the city of Irvine decided to move the cemetery from the Arda side to what is called the golf site. So we were told that there's going to be golf courses, and the thing is that the two lands are connected like a butterfly. So you will be moving it from point A to point B. It's still in the backyard of, so here it's in the backyard of these houses, here it's in the backyard of these houses. The thing that those houses has already been sold, and these houses have not been sold yet. So they said, let's move it from the Arda, put it in the golf course. Since we were the original residents, when there was Measure B, Eugenie, I, Allison, and everybody were going door to door telling everybody to vote no on Measure B because we don't want it to put it in the Arda, because it is the Great Park. We are the residents of the Great Park. This is our home. We're trying to protect it, even when there is nobody living in these houses. We put in a lot of effort trying to prevent it from going into the Arda. After those houses started getting sold, because there is no cemetery, the people in this area said, some of them, not all of them, we're okay, put it back in the Gulf. So it actually put the residents of the Great Park against each other. So we're no longer one entity, and the city was keeping its peace. It is still in the Great Park, and everybody would be happy, when in fact not everybody is going to be happy, because the effects that are going to be in the Arda are still going to be in the Gulf. It's still going to carry, the noise is going to carry, the pollution is going to carry, everything is going to happen the same way. It's just that it's a little bit further like. So having your own residents that you worked for work against you, tell you do not speak. We do not want anybody to know that there is a cemetery, whether it's for financial gain or for their own personal gain. And then we were attacked, trying to discredit us, telling the people that do not go with them, do not work with them. And we had no funding. We were paying from our own pockets, and other groups were funded by other people who had a benefit.
How about you, Eugenie?
这个事情其实中间的话是非常错综复杂的，因为从 从这个，如果你看一下这个整个的一个骗局哈，它一个构图里面有很多利益群体，一个是军人群体，一个是人民群众，像我们这样的手无寸土的，一个是开发商，还有一个就是政府。那政府的话，从市政府到了一个州政府这样的一个层面上是非常复杂的。那这块我们是完全不知道怎么弄，直到我们因为我们作为一个群众居民，就想说大家一起共同努力，用美国这种民主民权，我们去努力去发言，就是把我们自己的言论要表现出来。那当时的时候是非常非常不错的，那反应也很好。那就是到那一刻的时候，开始市政府想了个办法，是不是可以从那个ADA到了高尔夫球场这个中间的一个转移之后呢，看希不希望有一部分人跟那个市政府有一定的关系的利益群体站出来说，他们代表的是大公园的群体，而不是我们不是，我们可能是被别人利用了等等这样的一个方式去跟我们对抗。那当时呢，其实非常非常 hurtful 的，因为我们自己作为一个群体里面是没有任何来帮我们的，我们也没有任何的工资，而且我们是3天一个会，5天一个会，基本上工作带孩子不可能了。你有时候你就得去想办法去研究，有时候是几千页的报告，你得去看有什么办法能通过这个事情来解决。那同时呢，就是因为你的群众居民里面有人说我代表大公园，他们讲的不对，柳珍这帮人都是来搞事的。然后这样一说，我们就变成一个非常非常差的一个 image， 包括他们说的方式，就是说我们是一个很 filthy 的 rich Chinese Asian， 就是非常迷信，然后呢不爱国、不爱美国等等一样的一个标签给我们，把我们当成一个坏人去看待。当时其实是非常难过的。
对，我记得，因为我跟他一起做生意的嘛，然后他孩子其实很小，当时甚至4年前他的那个第2个儿子，她怀孕的，她也刚出生，然后她也去 protest。那作为家庭成员，我们其实是很担心。然后孩子就是相当于说扔给我，然后我帮忙带，然后我生意也就是全部我 take care， 有时候晚上根本找不到他。因为你在 City Hall 他们电话是不能接的，所以我当时是觉得这么努力，然后又被这么多人嫌弃，又影响到我们生意，然后自己孩子都没管得好，包括孩子生病，我是觉得作为一个家庭成员来说，我觉得他们的牺牲确实很伟大，然后又很心疼。
Okay, so 那么这件事情就是当你说的这些很艰难的事情发生的时候，而且就像你说，所有的钱都来自于你们自己。那这些事情，那你的家人、你的孩子，他们怎么去看待这个事情 ？So it's like, I know the finance, all the money is from your pocket, and you are guys during a really hard time. How's your family, your kids, your family to look at these things?
Yeah, did they support you?
What kind of, do they think you did the right thing, or do they support you, or do they disagree what you did?
I would say from within the family there was a support towards our efforts. My children, my ex-husband, printed flyers, went with us door to door, tried to talk to the neighbors, we all attended city council meetings regularly. We came back and tried to create groups. There was a support inside the family.
我其实是一定程度上，我们家先生其实挺害怕的，因为到了一定程度，他在美国长大，他觉得这一个利益团体实在太强大了，以我们这种手无寸土的居民去跟人家对抗，而且你不知道背后到底是什么样的一个利益团体。那比如说，我们都住在大公园，孩子也很小。加上我妈妈也年纪也大了，那如果说有人故意的找到我跟妮娜家去，说又做一个什么事情，你真的完全没办法去预备的。这是从人身安全方面我们家先生觉得是非常危险的。第二个是因为这个事情呢，我们经常在商量，我们不仅是我跟妮娜还有 Alison， 还有我们20几个人一个 leadership 这个团体。那当时的话，我们是经常要讨论的。那讨论会怎么样？你会伤心，你会哭，你会闹，你会很生气。当然，这样的错综复杂的情绪会波及到自己的家里。 我当然会跟我们家先生说这个事情，他觉得这个事情已经 too much， 已经太大了，而且已经没办法控制。他希望说我不要因为这件事情影响到我个人的家庭跟我的身体跟我的一个情绪这方面他是非常不支持的。当然他一定的支持我，因为他知道我从小就是我这一生都是一个非常爱打抱不平的人，我要做对的事情，所以他支持我。但是他一直也提醒我说不要过了线 ，Don't cross the line。他在一定程度上是希望我是不要永远在前面，希望我是可以参与，但是呢，看我能不能让别人 take the heavy lift， 因为没人愿意做这个事情，所以我只能在前面。
After we talking about family, I know you guys used to living in this area. Did your neighbor supporting you or agree with you guys?
I would say not all of the neighbors were on our side. The Great Park residents were broken into two parts. Part that agreed that it should go into the golf course because it is more beneficial for them to be a little bit further than their homes. And another part who were adamant about not putting it not in the golf course and not the Arda. And there was a third type of people who said put it back in the Arda and the golf course was promised for us. We were the group that said not in the Arda, not in the golf course. So we did, not everybody was on our side, but we had people who were supporting that vision, that it should be somewhere where it fits better than a residential neighborhood. The attack does not have to be physical to hurt. Emotional attacks are as hurtful as physical attacks too.
被有多方面被attack，他们会把我家的地址，包括我有家有多少套房子，包括我们家孩子在哪，我们家老公做了什么，全部挖出来。